Scotty, you saw Moonrise Kingdom, which is that little cult sensation taking over. What'd you think?
Yeah, well, this is the latest film from Wes Anderson, and it tells the story of two 12-year-olds who happen to fall in love.
Aww.
Yes, 12-year-olds. Susie.
Much like Aaron and Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Susie comes from a rich family, and Sam is an orphan who is a member of a fictional Boy Scout troop. Needless to say, their love is forbidden, so they do what any rebellious child would do, run away together to live in the woods. The local community, including Susie's family and Sam's scout group, search the area for them in an attempt to bring them home. The two kids in this movie are newer actors. They haven't been in anything else, but the rest of the cast includes the likes of Edward Norton, Bruce Willis, Frances McDormand, Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman, and Harvey Keitel. Now, to be fair, I went into this movie not a huge fan of Wes Anderson's films. I did enjoy Rushmore quite a bit, but I just never got the tone of movies like The Royal Tenenbaums or The Life Aquatic. It was recommended from a friend of me who, when I approached him about it, said how, quote, Wes Anderson is this movie. And he said it's very Wes Anderson, but he said it's also his most accessible film. So I went into that with a lot of high expectations. It really piqued my interest about it, and I'm not going to lie, I don't understand the broad appeal of this film. It's getting great reviews. I think the last one I saw was like 96% positive reviews. I don't remember wanting a movie to be over so badly in as long as I can remember. And this is only an hour and a half long movie. To me, every line in this movie felt completely scripted, like you're watching a bad play. Mm-hmm. And I know that's part of this style. It's part of this quirky thing, so I know it's kind of done on purpose. There were several scenes where the audience that I was with was laughing, and I just could not understand why. Every comedic scene in the movie felt like they were trying too hard. Again, this is probably done on purpose, and it's part of the appeal of the tone of the film. It just doesn't work for me personally. The look of the film bothered me. It feels,
why did it bother you?
It looks like it's shot. It looks like a movie from the 70s. It's very grainy, and again, this is all stuff that's done on purpose. And the special effects, if you want to call it that, because this isn't like an action-heavy movie or anything, but there's some.
I'd like to see Bill Murray heavy in action though, chasing after a truck.
It's there, so these effects just seem very hokey and awkward. And I understand that this is what the film's trying to do, but I hate saying this kind of thing because it makes me sound pretentious towards pretentious people, but
too late.
It feels like one of those movies that's strange just for the sake of being strange.
Mm-hmm.
So that some people can tell me that, oh, you didn't get it. And to be perfectly honest, this time they're completely right. I don't get this movie. I don't
Obviously.
Yes.
La-di-da.
Yeah. I'm not even joking. I was looking at my watch, like, how long is it? When is this thing over with? And I don't remember.
I'm not a Wes Anderson fan, so.
If the full price were $10, I would give this $2.
Holy shit! That's bad.
Damn.
Yeah. The
Wow.
only reason this didn't get a
Wes Anderson just turned his face because he got.
I know I'm going to make a lot of enemies in this.
Somewhere he went, ow.
I know I'm going to make a lot of enemies with this because this guy's films are beloved.
Yes. People are going to be staking out your house, Scott. Probably.
But the only reason this didn't get a single dollar from me is because there was a single scene that genuinely made me laugh out loud. And I kind of like the idea. I kind of like the story of, two people that aren't supposed to be in love and run off and trying to be in love together, but this time they were kids. But outside of that, everything
how old were
else,
the kids?
12. That made it kind of interesting, but just good Lord, I don't understand why people are laughing at scenes that just that aren't funny to me. It just seems like something that I could have written.
Were there people in the theater?
Yeah, there's probably about 15 or 20 people in the theater.
Were they laughing?
No, these were ghosts that were laughing in his theater.
No, I'm saying, were they enjoying it?
They appeared to be.
Really?
I mean, it seemed like genuine laughter, and I was literally like looking around like, that, you're laughing at that? I just,
You should have stopped him in the middle of the movie. What is so funny? What are you laughing at?
yeah.
So 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
Wow. You should have went and saw The Watch.
I should have.
2, and I gave The Watch 5.5. So there's 2 movies you really don't need to rush out to the theater to see. And
That's too bad. I was going to say before I stopped, I like Wes Anderson. I liked his first 3 films, especially Bottle Rocket, and then he did Rushmore, and then The Royal Tenenbaums. I like those 3. I didn't really care for Steve Zissou in The Life Aquatic, and because I disliked it, I never did get around to seeing Darjeeling Limited. So I don't know if I'll ever see this one either, but he was a director that I originally liked to see. It's too bad.
And I actually thought Scott would like this movie.
I really did too. I wanted to like it, and maybe that's why I'm giving it such a negative score, because I expected it to be
Amusing, entertaining.
Yeah, it just everything felt awkward about it. Every line felt like they were reading it directly off of a script.
Oh.
I mean, even and it's done that way on purpose. I mean, you can tell. I mean, these are good actors. This is Bruce Willis and Edward Norton and Harvey Keitel. I mean, they're not poor actors. They're doing what they're directed to do. Mm-hmm. And again, this is not being pretentious. This movie just does not work for me. That's a score I'm personally giving it. If it's your thing,
don't apologize, man. Don't apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
That's right. It's $2, bitches. Suck it up.
$2.